When the sun sets, Sin City comes to life. Everything from bustling nightclubs to vibrant, unique small bars fling open their doors to a crowd of rowdy night owls. It's exciting, the music is pumping and the taps are flowing. But is it green? While waterless urinals and electricity-generating dance floors appear unlikely to hit Sydney's night scene anytime soon, several of the city's bars and pubs are choosing to turn our Friday night drinks into a more sustainable practice. It seems all you have to do to help the planet is drink.
Drink natural wine, that is, a new movement that is gaining momentum throughout Australia.
The business is flourishing, there's a lot of interest, and as time goes on, more and more people seem to be interested.
Seen as a reaction to the industrialisation of the food and wine industry, natural winemaking simply involves returning to more traditional vineyard practices and techniques. The best way to understand this new craze is to consider two opposite ends of a scale. At one end is the mass-produced, chemically manipulated wine you can buy at your local supermarket, and at the other end is natural wine. Macquarie Dale Winery has been producing organic wines for almost 10 years and is the only certified biodynamic vineyard in the whole of the Hunter Valley.
Really, it's the only methodology of farming that we could find that really improved the soil, created more soil. Organic is fine, but in my view, if the whole world went organic tomorrow, the whole world would stay exactly like it is today. Whereas biodynamics, by the composting we do and the holistic approach to the farm, allows us to generate soil. So we're actually recreating soil, we're improving the soil. So the whole structure of the farm will improve through biodynamics.
Ross believes that non-interventionist winemaking produces the healthiest, best tasting and most distinctive wine.
As you can see, we allow for a great deal of biodiversity under our vineyard. We're trying to keep it sustainable and not spray herbicides and toxic chemicals on our soil, so that keeps everything healthy. We don't use synthetic fertilizers. That's a real no-no in the organic industry, and it makes, at the end of the day, it makes the plants more healthy and less dependent upon chemicals. When the vine wants a drink of water, it doesn't necessarily want to drink a soluble fertilizer.
Biodynamic farmers require a thorough understanding of the life and mineral processes used in conventional agriculture, and they believe that healthy soil is the prime basis for healthy plants, animals and people.
It involves a lot of knowledge about the whole cosmos we live in, the stars, the moon, the influence of those on plants, and the influence of calcium, sulfur, phosphorus, all the main ingredients. We use various preparations to emulate those.
The perfect natural wine would be unfiltered, unfined and completely unsulfured. However, in reality, this just isn't possible. Without the quality controls of human intervention and problem-solving additives such as sulfur, natural wines are prone to spoilage. Of course, this doesn't stop Ross striving to create the perfect natural wine.
These kind of wines are renowned for the cleanliness of the wine, primarily because there's been no chemicals in the vineyard and there's no chemicals here. So they're very clean on the back palate.
In order to ensure he is constantly producing the best wine he can from his hand-picked 40-acre vineyard, Ross takes on a very personal and hands-on role.
The best fertiliser on the farm is the farmer's footsteps. So it's pretty hard to emulate that from sitting in an office.
There is certainly a lot of hard work that goes into producing natural wine. But how do these boutique wines stack up against the commercial labels when put behind the bar? Wine bar Fix St James in Sydney's CBD stocks over 250 types of wine, with the natural wines being a popular choice with the locals.
I really appreciate the style that they are. I find them a really unique, interesting style. I don't get bogged down in the fact that because they're natural, they're better for us or worse for us. I just find that the winemakers that are trying to be minimal in their interventions are making interesting wines.
The bar's main attraction, however, is a 23-litre bottle of natural wine created by the natural selection theory.
It's unfiltered, unfined, wild yeast, no additions, no subtractions. It just is literally fermented grape juice. The chunky bits have been filtered out. We're using a sieve, but that's the only touch that's done. I love it. It's really interesting. It's not, you can't get bogged down in it trying to compare it to great Burgundies or great Australian wines. It's not meant to be that. It's meant to be drunk and enjoyed with friends, but not really sat down and overanalyzed.
Whether or not natural wines taste better remains a heated debate, but according to consumers, they certainly feel better for yourself and the planet.
Our wines are low in sulphur, so the next day you don't have a headache or a hangover or anything like that, providing you drink in moderation.
So whether it is the Mixed House Red at $5 a glass or a pricey bottle of pure Pinot Noir, the natural wine movement has it all, offering a history of fine traditional winemaking with every sip. Taryn Harris, Sydney Greensheet.